world seems gloomier than ever these days. You look outside, you have global pandemic, you have forest fires so large the smoke blots out the sun in other countries. We see beloved TV and movie franchises co-opted into giving political messages and not really understanding or caring why people love these in the first place. It almost seems like there's no hope. But in our darkest hour, the man we need arises. Jon Favreau. The man who saved comic book movies from the Joel Schumacher treatment. The man who saved Star Wars. And now we have Mandalorian Season 2 preview trailer. The Mandalorian Season 1 was an amazing show, which was as much tribute to the original Star Wars and its influences as it was a new creation. We saw westerns, we saw classic design, a very lived-in universe. But while we had all of these classic elements, Jon Favreau and his team was not afraid to branch out and give us new adventures, new characters. Now let's take a look and see what's going on in Season 2. By the end of Season 1, we lost a few big hitters. Queel, played by Nick Nolte, friend of the Mandalorian, passed away, and Werner Herzog, who was the client who kicked off the whole thing in trying to capture Baby Yoda, he also died. But the rest are coming back. Pedro Pescal is playing the Mandalorian. In this preview, we see Carl Weathers as Grief Karga. He comes back. The unbelievably stunning Gina Carano comes back as Cara Dune. And at the end of Season 1, we see Moff Gideon, played by Giancarlo Esposito, survives the crash of his TIE fighter, and he's holding a black lightsaber. We last see the black lightsaber as the symbol of the Mandalorian who rules the Mandalorian clans on the planet of Mandalore in Star Wars Rebel, last used by Ren Sabine and given to her mother. This definitely ties in the Mandalorian to all these other Star Wars properties. And we can see from announcements that we are supposed to see Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka Tano, who does not appear in this preview, but we do see what we believe is Ren Sabine lurking in the shadows. Could it be that Mando is going to help her to retrieve that black lightsaber, or at least try to defeat Moff Gideon? Right away from the tone of this preview, we see things are going to be darker than ever. This starts off with Mando piloting his ship, the Razorback, towards a new planet, but we could see right away that something's wrong. His back hatch is open. It looks like the starboard engine has trouble. He's definitely been fighting his way through many situations. We can also see that this season is going to be as action-packed as the last one was. He gets in fights in bars, in many locations. For some reason, he's taking a boat somewhere. I'm going to guess it's while the Razorback is down for repairs, or maybe he even loses it and it's decommissioned. We can definitely say his little buddy, Baby Yoda, is still there. We hear the voice of the Armorer from Season 1, where she tells him of legends of Mandalore the Great fighting space sorcerers, i.e. the Jedi. And he must take Baby Yoda to find these Jedi in order to return him, because this is the way. A lot of people have problems with this, saying that, well, Return of the Jedi just happened 5 years previous, so everyone's going to know about Jedi. I kind of disagree with that. The Jedi were wiped out at the end of Episode 3. You don't really have very many Jedi in public, and I'm sure Imperial propaganda would have made them a myth, or their powers a myth at least. So to say that there are a lot of people who remember the Jedi, I don't know, we're looking at 40 or 50 years. Look at how communism is treated now. Kids love that stuff. It absolutely makes me believe that the Jedi have more or less been forgotten since this whole thing began. Although we don't know all that much about the main storylines going through this series, all we know is Baby Yoda and the fight against the Empire. It does seem as though there are a lot more Imperial troopers coming out, and that would make sense. The Empire wouldn't just fall apart right away. There would be pockets of resistance trying to restore what they consider order. Mandalorian Season 2 should drop on Disney Plus if you're in North America on October 30th. I don't know if they're going to have an early preview. They might. And for those of you in other countries, well, I'm sure you'll find other ways in order to watch what you want to watch. So everyone, if you like this quick preview, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comment down below. How do you think Season 2 looks? And subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out. This is Yan Zhao, and I'm out of here.